All right, you're a real estate agent. You have seller listings. They're sitting on the market. They're not selling, and you're asking yourself, what the heck is going on? Well, here's the answer to that question, guys. We're in a shift, and a shift simply means that we are shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market, and it happens slowly, and then it happens suddenly. And today I want to talk to you about pricing strategies to sell those listings in a shifting market. Hey, everybody, I'm John Dietz. I'm a real estate trainer, coach, and team builder. And my contact information is below. If you want to reach out to me, please hit that calendar link, get on my calendar. While I'm at it, if you would hit that subscribe button, greatly appreciate it, and hit the thumbs up button. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I want to talk to you about is a window of opportunity. Now, here's the way a window of opportunity works. You take a listing, you put it on the market, price between $500,000 and $550,000. Now, including your listing, there's 6 homes that are currently on the market. Now, we have buyers over here that have been looking for homes that are priced between $500,000 and $550,000. And a new listing hits the market. It's immediately going to get attention from all of the buyers that are shopping in that price range. It's also going to get attention from the realtors who are working with those buyers. Now, we've done a supply and demand analysis. In other words, we know that there are 6 homes for sale between $500,000 and $550,000. And we know that there are 2 properties being sold every 30 days, which means we have a 3-month supply of inventory. Still a seller's market. However, buyers are going to start getting pickier when inventory starts to sit and sales decrease, which that's what's happening right now. And buyers are going to make an immediate judgment. Now, well, they're going to judge the property based on how it shows, but they're also going to judge the property based on price. And market value for your listing, $500,000 to $550,000, could be $545,000, right? And you price it at $545,000 because, after all, that's what it's worth based on the market analysis. If it were to appraise, that's what it would appraise for. However, in order to sell your home in this market, it's not enough to be priced right. You've got to be a deal. The buyers that are purchasing homes today are doing so because they have to. Nobody's buying a home today in order to take advantage of a hot real estate market. They're buying at a time when they know values are going down. If they're not going down yet, they will be. And nobody knows where the bottom is. In other words, nobody knows how far that price is going to drop. So if buyers are afraid to buy a home right now, but they have to, they're looking for a deal. And they're going to make an offer on the property that is the best deal. And if you're at $545,000 and one of these other 5, 6 properties that are on the market is priced lower than yours and it shows as good as yours, your home is going to get ignored. Now, the challenge with that is you've missed your window of opportunity. Let me explain what I mean by that. We're going to go to this graph. All right. So same conversation. We price the property at $545,000, and the price that it should be at in order to get it to move is $535,000. Now, okay, let's do that again. $535,000. There we go. Now, the seller is going to say, I'm giving my home away. Hang in there because I'm going to give you a script for that. Okay. Now, because it's a deal at $535,000, buyers can clearly see, realtors can clearly see it's worth $545,000. They're only asking $535,000. In that first 30 days, buyers that are looking at that home is going to peak, and then it's going to start going down from there, and it's going to go down pretty fast. And out here about 180 days on the market, the next door neighbor doesn't even know it's for sale anymore. Now remember, this is where we priced and we were above the market. We were above the market during this window of opportunity right here. And what usually happens in this situation is a seller will come to me and they'll say, all right, John, you were right. Let's go ahead and lower the price to $535,000. The challenge with that, as you can see, is we're still above the market. We missed that window of opportunity. Now, somewhere around 120 days on the market, a buyer comes in and they love the house. And the first thing they're going to do is ask their agent, how long has it been on the market? Agent's going to say 120 days. Now, what do you think the next question is going to be? What's wrong with it? The agent's going to respond, nothing. Now, you're the buyer and you're looking at this house, you like it, and it's been on the market for 120 days. What are you thinking? I know what I would be thinking. I would be thinking opportunity. I can get this property at a lower price because the sellers are probably more desperate to sell now than they were when it first went on the market. So speaking of that, at 120 days, who has the advantage? The buyer does, not the seller. At 30 days, who has the advantage? The seller does. However, because it's now 120 days, that buyer is going to come in with an offer. Let's say it's $525,000, and the seller's motivation is much greater now. And they accept the offer. They sold it. They're not happy, but they sold their home. And they lost $10,000 trying to make an extra $10,000. Big deal, right? Hold on. We've got carrying costs from 30 days to 120 days. That's 3 months, 90 days. If your monthly carrying costs are $4,000, then we're going to take 4,000 times 3 months. That equals $12,000. So we've lost another $12,000 in carrying costs for a total of $22,000. And we lost $22,000 trying to make an extra $10,000. When we could have gone back and priced it at $535 to begin with and sold it in the first 30 days, but we didn't do that because we tried to get a higher price. By the way, this example that I just gave you is best case scenario for this seller. What usually happens, well, let's go back to this over here. First 30 days, it doesn't sell, no big deal, because it might sell in the next 30 days. Here's the problem with that. In the next 30 days, we're going to have more homes come on the market. So it's no longer 8 homes for sale or 6 homes for sale. Now it's 8. So now we have 8 homes for sale. 2 are still selling every 30 days. And we have a 4-month supply of inventory. In order to sell your home, you got to be one of the top 2. And you're still not going to get the offer. You're not going to get eyes on your property because people are judging it as being overpriced. What happens in that situation is that seller ends up trying to chase the market down. And no matter how far they go down, the price that it's going to sell for is always somewhere out in front of them. So what's the key in this market? All right, let's go to this line over here. This is the market we've been in for the last 3 years. Values are going up. Everybody's happy. This is the market we're in today. We've plateaued. Now, prices in some areas are starting to drop. In other areas, they haven't. But if this continues, prices are going to drop. All right. Now, go back to market value based on comparables. Market value says $545,000. What's the right strategy to get this home sold? Price in front of the market. List that property for $535,000 in order to attract more buyers and more realtors. We're pricing where the market's going. All right, you're pricing ahead of the market, not behind the market. Now, to that seller who says, I'm giving my home away, here's your response. If your home is sold, you're no longer in that home and you've moved to Atlanta in order to be closer to your family, it's 6 months from now. You sold your home for $535,000. And you look back at the comparables for that property, and 6 months from now, the value is $525,000. And you sold it for $535,000. Did you give your home away? Well, the only answer to that is no. I didn't. So it's just a matter of perspective. And it's our job as real estate agents to help our clients have the right perspective. You see, you have 3 jobs as a real estate agent. Job number 1 is to make an observation. In other words, this is what I'm seeing. All right. This is what I'm seeing that's going on in the market. Here's the comparables. Here's what I see. Here's the value of your home based on the properties that are sold. This is what your competition looks like. It's an observation. Now, the next part of this formula is to make a forecast. Now, a forecast means based on what I'm seeing, this is what's going to happen. I'm making a forecast, as in this is where the market is going. Now, the next job, and this is super important, is you have to master persuasion. In other words, in order for you to be able to get these listings on the market and getting them sold versus having them sit, or worse yet, having a listing that doesn't sell and expire, you have to master the art of persuasion. You have to be able to sit at a kitchen table with a legal pad and start drawing pictures like this. You're a school teacher and you're sitting down with your students. Your students are the sellers and you're teaching them. This is what's going on in our market. This is what we need to do in order to get your home sold. It's a pricing strategy conversation. It's not a pricing strategy, not a pricing conversation. A year ago, a pricing conversation was just fine. Today, it's not. Today, it's a pricing strategy conversation. Now, if you'd like to learn more about this, jump on my calendar link down below and just schedule 30 minutes with me. I'd love to meet with you and take a deeper dive into this conversation. If you're thinking of hiring a real estate coach, I'd love to interview for the job. Hit the calendar link below. I'd love to get on your calendar and see if I'm the right coach for you. If you are interested in being a part of my team, I have a growing team based out of the Tampa Bay area that is growing statewide and eventually nationwide. And I'd love to have a conversation with you about becoming part of Dietz and Dietz Real Estate Consultants. Again, hit that calendar link, get on my calendar. If you want to call me or text me, it's 727-686-0404. Email is coachjohndietz@gmail.com. All right, everybody, I'm John Dietz, speaker, trainer, coach, team builder, and as always, make it a great day.